Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to City Skylines Mass Transit. As you can see, our industrial expansion is starting to come along quite nicely. Got some buildings popping up quite quickly. And we are seeing a few businesses here starting to suffer a little bit. I'm going to put another main road allocation in here. So if we get to roads, I'm going to make this road here a priority road. This is all Underhill Street, I think. Yep. That's all Underhill. So that's all a priority road. I'm going to do the same here on Applegate Street as well. I'm going to make that a priority road. There we go. And this should already be... Oh, Green Street isn't. There we go. Now Green Street is a priority road as well. There we go. You see our money's going up quite quickly now. We're unlocking... Yeah, we're gaining enough money to be able to unlock some awesome new things, hopefully. Let's see what we have unlocked here. We've got the tram unlocked. We've got the ship unlocked, and here you can see we have the ferry depot, ferry stop, and a ferry pier as well. We are not really in much of a position to do anything with ferries yet. But we'll get there. And we have got taxis unlocked as well now. What I do want to do, though, is I want to try and put in some buses. So somewhere I need to put in a bus depot. I figure just here is going to be a good spot for that. There we go. Okay, why is that traffic stopping? Why are there stop signs there? There shouldn't be. We took those out. Maybe it's because we made Green Road priority road again, and that's what's turned that off. You can see we're starting to get a little bit of traffic jamming going on here. Let's take that off. And let's see if we can actually upgrade our road type to... We should have freeways unlocked now. Yes, we do. Excellent. So, let's go with some 2-lane highway. Let's go to upgrade. And we'll do the same with... Actually, we'll go 3-lane on the roundabout. But again, we'll make this 2-lane here. You can see traffic whizzing through quite nicely there. So let's go to standard 3-lane highway for the roundabout itself. Try and improve the speed of traffic moving around our roundabout. Yeah, there we go. So we've got some priority junctions that don't seem to be working very well on the roundabout itself, so we'll get rid of those, I think. Just let the roundabout flow quite naturally. There we go. And here you can see these are the stop signs that we have in place because our road has priority. You can see stop signs all the way along here for all of the sort of intersections going off that road. Same again here. So that road has the priority, as you can see, as it runs through the middle. And same down here as well. Now, we wanted to change that and we wanted to give priority to this road. Then basically what would happen is we would need to switch these stop signs on and turn these ones off, and then the road would have priority running down there. But as a side road, we don't want that to have priority, which is why we're leaving it like that. Yeah, everything seems to be flowing quite better, quite nice over there now, so that's good to see. Let's get those bus stops in so we can transport people to the relevant areas that they need to go. So let's see, I want to have a stop here. And let's see if we can change the colour. There we go, we'll go green for a residential. Actually no, we're not going to the residential either. This is going to go through the commercial and the industry, so I don't suppose it really matters what colour bus we go with. Let's go with this one. Let's go with a sort of a grey-white colour bus. So this is the main road here. We kind of want this to stop on a few places for us. So we'll plonk a stop there. We'll put a stop here. One there. We're going to need to do a little bit of restructuring to widen this road. Don't want to stop along here. And then I want this one. Let's see, where do I want this bus to stop? Yeah, if we stop there. Hang on, we're on that side, aren't we? Let's move that stop. Let's move it into here instead. So let's put a stop in here. And then we'll put a stop there. And then we'll loop back. Actually, no. Let's do it this way instead. So we'll put a stop there. A stop there. Stop there. And we'll link that there. And what I need to do is I need to, so I can have two distinct separate routes, I need to put in a little straight piece here as a turning circle. Like that. And now if I go back to my bus route, there's my route there. I'm going to drag this stop there, like that. And this stop there we go. So we're going to have a main sort of kind of bus route that runs along here. And I think what I'll do is I'll make some changes. Yeah, I've completely screwed this up. I know what I want to do instead. Where are these stops? Let's take these stops out. Let's get rid of that one. And that one. So what I want to do is I want to link these two routes together. So you can see the bus is coming down here. I want this to stop. Let's see. How do I want to do this? I'm overthinking this. I'm making it more complicated than it needs to be. So let's start again. Okay, let's get rid of that. Let's get that back where it used to be. Make sure the zone is back. Yes, it is. Good. So, let's keep it nice and simple. Let's have two separate routes. One that just services the two different residential areas. So, we'll start here. We'll make this a green line. So, just got to keep scrolling through. Again, I wish we had the ability to change colours. I don't think that exists yet. We'll check once the route is built, because I don't think that feature's been added in. But let's have a green line. And basically, this is going to run each of these sections like this. So it's going to link our two sort of districts together, if you will. Where's the offset on the stagger? Oh, I see. Okay, so let's link that up, and I just need to move these stops along one. So that should be there. There we go. So we've got a nice kind of loop there to move people from one block to the other. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new route. And that is going to start here. And this one I want to be a yellow line. And again, we'll go and we'll check afterwards to see whether or not we can now edit the colours of routes. I don't think we can, but we'll have a look anyway. There we go, nice bright yellow. So same again, we're going to run at various points along here, and we'll stop there as well. And then from here we'll feed into this district like so, and then into this district, like that. And then from there we'll link back down here. We'll stop there, there, and then link back up there. There we go. So we have our two separate routes. We've got one that is kind of a ring linking our two kind of residential blocks together and goes along all of our commercial zone. So if somebody over here wants to get to something over here, then they can do. They can loop around that way. And then we have our sort of route that ferries workers out to our two residential blocks. And again, they can hop on one of these buses and maybe ride it over here and get off somewhere over here. I want to add a stop in here, actually. There we go. We'll add a stop in just there, so yeah, people can ride the bus and get off just here. I suppose I could put one on the other side as well. Oops, it's on the wrong side of the road. There we go. So again, people getting off there can get on here and then ride it round and gain easy access to the bus route. But again, they could just ride the bus route straight down here and then hop on to wherever they need to go. We'll change the green line in a bit more, you know, make it a bit more sort of complicated and move it out a bit if the residential zoning improves. But you can see here we've got a lot of issues with workers. We don't have enough highly educated people yet, so we need to add in a new school. I think just here, opposite the park. Where's our other basic school? It's over there. We have 274 people eligible. It's almost at capacity. I can't leave that one as is. That one there, almost at capacity already. But those will change, you know, over time, so we're okay there. And that will hopefully stop the decline of our commercial zone here as we start to get, you can see here, we've got a real lack of workers. So we click on this one here, you can see not enough educated workers. Well, we'll deal with that now by putting people through primary school and then through sort of big school. We can add in an extra small elementary, I think. I'll plonk one there. And then again, you can ride the bus around and come back and hook up to the school there. So it'll take a little while, but that'll shake out and that'll hopefully help and solve the issue of the worker problem that we're having in our commercial district. We have power issues over here. So now we can add in some of these new turbines, which will give us double the amount of power that the other ones will generate, and maybe even more if we can get them in the right spot. So we can get 18 just there and here as well. Let's build a couple of these water turbines just here. There we go. We'll leave the other ones where they are for now, but we'll start to scale back on some of those soon enough. And that connects them to our power grid. So we've now got a nice big surplus of 50 megawatts of power. So we're not going to have any power issues for some time, which is good. That's what we want. And there you can see our buses. I do kind of want to increase the width of this road through here, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it all the way along. Do I go with a dedicated bus route? I suppose I could. No, excuse me. The problem I've got, obviously, is some of these things are going to need to be relocated. So this plaza here, the fire station, the police station, this park, they're all going to have to be ripped up and relocated. I think we might be better off with just standard dual carriageway instead. So let's start ripping up what needs to be ripped up and relocating these buildings here. So we'll be without police and fire temporarily as we drop the road upgrades in, and then we can reposition. So let's put those back in. Oh, the health centre's there, isn't it? I don't want them on the dual carriageway. That's going to cause issues. So let's put the police there instead. There we go. What was the other thing that needed to be ripped up? It's a park somewhere, wasn't it? Oh, yes, there it is. So let's destroy the park. Put the rest of the road upgrades in. There we go. And let's find something decorative to put in that space. Maybe another plaza. Oh, plaza fits really nicely in that spot now. There we go. Stick a plaza on the end, and that will also help improve the land value of and the happiness of these buildings over here as well. So I might stick another one in over here. Yeah, stick one there. Oh, excuse me, my throat's a bit croaky. Right, there we go. So you can see our commercial buildings are starting to come back slowly but surely. There's not much demand for commercial at the moment. There's a lot of demand for industry. I think we could probably do with getting a fire service over here. See where's going to be a good place to put the fire. Let's put fire here, right in the corner. That's going to improve the happiness and the service level of people over here as well. and we can add in a little bit more industry along there. It's going to increase the amount of traffic coming into our little zone over here, but we should be okay. There don't seem to be any real jams or queues over here at the moment, which is good. Everything's slowly starting to be rebuilt over here. Let's check on our education. With the info views. There we go. So we're below capacity at the moment, quite comfortably below. High school is below capacity, but getting there, and you can see we are starting to get some educated people in there now. So we're up to 37% educated, and the number of citizens that have graduated has gone up to 11%. So we're getting there slowly, but we are starting to get some more skilled people into our small, thriving little city here. Still getting a few buildings that are abandoned. Still getting some worker shortages, but over time that will sort itself out. So I'm not overly concerned about that right now. And now we have our nice big shiny dual carriageway that runs us down here. We've got traffic lights, so again, let's go into intersections and let's start messing around with these a little bit. So I want these to be, I want the main road to be prioritized. So let's turn the lights off. There we go. Excellent stuff. And again, we should have priority along there. We do. And on this road here. Yes, excellent. There we go. Let's check these ones over here. Everything there is absolutely fine. Let's put stop signs on these turn-offs down here. So it helps keep traffic on the main route flowing. There we go. Yeah, that's looking better. Are we able to unlock another tile? We are. Right, so I'm going to go this way towards that rail connection, I think, and also towards the main sort of dock area as well. Up this way. So I think we may have to go onto the other side of the river for two of these tiles. So in the future I think we're going to need this tile and the one above it as well. That could have an effect on the way our city takes shape. I'm thinking if that's the case, we've got a total of 9 tiles available to us. We've got 2 here. Go up one more, that's 3. To the left 1, 4. Then left down 1, that's 5. Back this way, up in the top right would be 6, then 7, 8, and then number 9, I guess, would be this one here, so that we can unlock that rail connection, which is on the other, on the bank of the river. So that's kind of, I think, the shape our city's going to take, and that way we can also then take advantage of ferries, so we can run ferries up and down the river a little bit as well and try those out. That may change. It may end up that we just go on both sides of this river all the way down here. We'll see how it shakes out. But now we have a lot of space to kind of play about with, and you can see we have access to rail. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a big rail hub over here that's then going to sort of take external connections from here, and then from there it's going to sort of spread out across our city. What I also want to try and do is, once we get access to, there's our shipping route there. You can see the yellow dotted line at the top, and you can actually see a ship just moving there. That's our export shipping route. We can't gain access to it in the river because of those rocks. but we're going to need to go all the way up to the coast to actually gain access to shipping, to import and export goods. So that's something for us to consider. But for now, we've got plenty of space here. And so eventually all this here, this is all going to get ripped up, and we'll change this junction here a bit. And what we'll do is we'll actually bring a separate freeway up through here, which then morphs into this part of the city. But I kind of want to try and progress our landmass a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is just keep it nice and simple, nice and straightforward to start with. I'm just going to upgrade this piece of road here, and then we're going to carry on building out here up to about there, and we're just going to keep extending our city this way, and kind of fill up the rest of this space. Again, I want us to make some more progress. So let's kind of match what we've done all the way along here. That one's going to go all the way up, isn't it? There we go. And same again here. And then a connecting piece. And yes, we're going to need to get rid of these. Get the right button press combination. There we go. Ugh. Stress. Excellent, and we'll do the same on the opposite side. Get everything linked together. Oh no, wait, that is my... Okay, so I want to go to there. That should be in line with everything else. Might be a little bit short. Yeah, it is. It's a little bit short. Okay. Just take that end piece off. We can rebuild that when we get close enough. Spacing is wrong. Way too much. Okay, so these spacing lines, for some reason, it's been spacing these out wrongly. I think it's because of where I put those ones there. So I need to rip all of these up and reposition these. What the hell's my yellow bus doing all the way over there? Alright, let's try this again. Ah, you see, that's where it should be. So that needs to come down to here. There we go. So I was looking at the wrong grid lines. But now, it should be nice and straightforward. No, it's still not right. There are some bugs, apparently, with mass transit, as you'd expect with any major patch that changes the game quite substantially. But yeah, this one is a little frustrating. The spacing, I don't know why it's not following the pattern of our existing spacing. It's making this more complicated than it needs to be. There we go. So this last piece was actually in the right place. So that needs to go up to there, up to there, and then this one needs to go to there, to there, and all the way across to there. Again, that's wrong as well, look. Something is throwing my spacing out. I don't know what it is. It's frustrating. I'm talking about how wonderful the spacing system is, and it just does. It's episode 2 and it's refusing to work. Okay, there we go. That gives us a little turning area down here. That's fine. Let's just drop in a turning block on each of these roads here as well, just in case it's needed. Eventually we're going to get rid of all of these and replace them with more of these, but we'll leave them as they are for now. Let's expand our water network. I want to bring that all the way down. There we go. Why are we getting massive power shortages over here? Are we really that short on power? Just from taking 2 of these turbines out. Yeah, apparently we are. It's got to be these. These aren't generating as much as they should. It's generating 11, 10, and 10. So yeah, they are underperforming. That's why we've got a problem with power. We do have a wave power plant. How does this work? Harnesses the kinetic power of water with an affordable wave plant. Waves are created by wind passing over the water surface. Strong wind speeds push the water into a series of reservoirs, which feeds the interior generators to produce power. Let's give one of these a try. Oh wow, they're not very big, are they? And again, it doesn't seem to want to let me... Oh, now I can rotate this. Here we go. I don't know which way round it should be. Or if it even matters which way round it should be. Let's try and square this up a bit. There we go. That looks pretty square to me. Now this is a temporary stopgap measure, because when we want to do ferries, these are going to obviously block the path of our ferries, but they should generate a nice little bit of extra power for us, and it's a nice new alternative for us to play about with, something that we haven't used on one of our episodes before. So hopefully these are actually generating some power. Oh, look at that, 14 on that one there. Going up to 15. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah, I like that. So that gives us a bit of a buffer, power-wise. Where did we get to? We got our power taken care of now. Those buildings have, disappeared because there was no power. That should resolve itself pretty quickly. All of our water's in place. I just need to start zoning. Add in a bit more industry there. And let's start filling in some more of this. Let's take those bits out there. Let's not overdo it too much. There's a demand. Look at this, these gaps here from when we had to reschedule things. Let's take that building out. Take that building out, try and fill that whole space up there. Another nasty little gap there. Hopefully we can do something with that space. Take that one out as well. That might encourage something to... Yeah, there we go, straight away. Encourage something to fill that a bit better and leave 2 reasonable sized holes for other stuff. Where else do we have holes that are a bit dodgy? There's one there, look. Looks like that whole district just dezoned itself for a second then. There's another one there as well. There's one here. Ooh, got some nasty wasting of space going on here. Let's get rid of those buildings. Still, we've got this gap here. It's not been filled in, that's why. There we go. Another gap here, look. I'm going to take this whole section out here. Try and get something to fill that up a bit better. And we've got the same over here as well, look. This weird shaped block. There, the way things are spawning in. At least that block is filling up quite nicely. I'm just a little concerned about this one here. Yeah, we've got that little gap where nothing's going to spawn in there. Okay, well, we'll leave that like that for now. Let's add in the next two commercial zones. There we go. We could do with a bit more industry as well. So let's try again, do something a little bit different. Let's bring out to there. And you can see we've got the angle, so we can see what angle that we're building on, which is awesome. I do like that. So we want 135 degrees. And that is 135 degrees. There we go. Let's build down like that. And then from here, add some extra little rows down here like this. Again, if I go to the right angle, which I suppose would be 90, wouldn't it? Bring and bisect that down there like that. So you take that piece out there a little bit, take it to there. Yep, that'll do. We've got a nice little expansion to our area over here. We're going to need some better water supply over here. Drag that down to there, and then from here bring it down like that. There we go. So it's not perfect, it's not neat and tidy, but it works. It gives us what we need. And now I can zone this in. Get some extra industry around here. Like so. I'm going to actually dezone this little bit here. I'm thinking it's a bad idea to have a business with its entrance on this road here, right next to the roundabout. There we go. That should work better. New businesses are moving in. And you can see we've got this thriving commercial district through the middle here now. And there's absolutely zero issues with workers at the moment. Now that could change. It could change very quickly. But right now we have zero issues with no unskilled workers. Because we've got people going through our education system, which is awesome. So I think we can go ahead and actually just zone these last blocks in as well. Like that. I'll wait and see what I want to do with these blocks here. They may be residentials. But that'll give us a nice bit of growth. Our city's already up to 4,300 people. What is our next milestone? Where do I need to be? Main menu. There we go. Milestones. Where are we headed next? Oh, 5,500. And that will unlock anything nice and new. Helicopter priority. That's got to be for the natural disasters, I think. And here we get some more new road types coming in. Lots of new road types. Ooh, asymmetrical 3-lane road. I haven't played about with that one yet. I'd like to see what that one looks like. We get some new buildings, so we'll get bigger police and hospital and fire and so on and so forth. Lots of sort of touristy things. We're still a way off what we need to unlock things like the monorail, though. I can't even select the options at the moment. They're all greyed out. Let's have a quick sort of skip ahead, actually, see what we need for those. So monorail comes in at 12,000 people, as does the cable car. Blimp comes in at 8,500. High density stuff comes in at 8,000 as well. Nice, so we've got a few new things to come. That's good, and we'll get another tile at that point as well. Like I say, I really want to try and expand everything in a small area over here if I can, first of all, so that we can actually start unlocking some tiles and designing the main heart of our city from scratch over here. I want to kind of be able to plan out where my industrial coastal zone is going to be, and where my rail hubs are going to be and all that kind of stuff, and then just naturally build a freeway that feeds through into that section of the city, and then sprawl off from there. That's kind of what I want to try and do. I don't like having to kind of just start my city like this, but sometimes you just have to, just to earn money to be able to build things and also get your population up enough to be able to unlock things. So it is kind of a bit of a waiting game. Is there anything else? Oh yes, graveyards. I can see some. I can see some skulls popping up. We need to add in a graveyard somewhere. We don't have space there, but I can drop a graveyard in one of these side roads. So let's see what's going to be the best location coverage-wise. I think probably here. There we go. So we'll drop a cemetery in just there. What is this? A medical helicopter depot. Now this is for a natural disaster. Now, I don't think these will come on automatically. I think we have to trigger those ourselves, because we're not playing on a natural disasters setting. We're playing on mass transit. But the option is there. What's my health coverage looking like? It's a bit poor over here, isn't it? So we could do another medical centre. Let's plonk that here in this corner, actually. We'll plonk it there, and then I can add in additional police and fire services along here, like so. There we go. That'll give a nice big boost to this area. Starting to get a little bit of a worker shortage. I think that's an unskilled worker shortage. Not enough workers in general. Okay, so a little bit too much commercial at the moment. It's causing a shortfall of workers. Ah, our facility is full. Okay, we're still a way off from unlocking the incineration plant. We need 8,500 people for the incineration plant, so we're going to need to build another landfill. Why do we have water issues over here? We should be getting water down there. That's annoying. Let's put another landfill in here. I could have sworn we dealt with the water issues. I'm just not generating enough. We need another pump. Okay, so let's add a second pump in. There. And we're going to need an extra out. Oh, what's this? This is new. Tank reservoir. The tank reservoir is a water reservoir. If the city pumps more water than it needs, the excess is stored in these tanks. If the pump fails or the need for water rises, the tanks give out water. Oh, that's cool. I like that. I think we could definitely do with putting one of those in. Let's put in an extra drainage. What's this? Pumping service. A fleet of vacuum trucks that are sent out when there are flooded... Oh, so this is what helps clean up if you have a tsunami. That's kind of cool. Freshwater outlets. Again, that's like a storm drain runoff by the look of it. We need another one of these. We need another outlet pipe for sewage. So we'll plonk that in there. I don't need that there anymore. Probably don't need this here either. Yeah, no, we've got enough of an overlap. I can get rid of that. And that. And all of this as well. See, garbage is starting to pile up a little bit. Well, we knew that would be the case because the landfill filled up, but we've got the second one. So we are working to resolve that. There we go. We still need that connection there. And again, we're not getting enough workers over here. Let me check our bus routes. Let's bring our bus down to there, I think. We'll put a stop in there as well. Stop in just there. Yeah, okay, that's going to improve delivery of workers to this area, and to make things a little easier for our people as well, let's add in, where are footpaths now? There we go, they're in the terraforming section. Let's add a footpath in. It'll let me select. There we go. I went one too far. Right, let's just start here. Where's the business I want to get rid of? Let's do it on this one. Let's take that to there. And then to there. There we go. So we've now got a through route going that way for our pedestrians, and we'll do the same down here as well. So this business is a small one that seems to be struggling. Let's do that. There we go. So we've now got some shortcuts for people getting off the bus to be able to get into this sort of loop around here as well. Definitely got a trash problem, haven't we? I was hoping that would be getting resolved. Our population is actually stunting as a result. There's a big demand for residential. Look at the demand. Alright, let's open up these two new zones. There may be some issues with noise pollution though, being next to these fans. What's our power situation look like? You see, we don't have that much of a surplus. Let's put some decorations in as well to upgrade the buildings that are already there. So you can see we've got one part of our little city looks really great, and then another part of our city looks a bit naff in terms of, you know, building values and so on and so forth. I'm trying to find a good spot for this plaza. Try and squeeze it in this corner here. It's not perfect, but it'll do. Let's get some parks and stuff. It won't fit in that gap. That's frustrating. Not enough width. I'll need to drop that in the corner like that. Big improvement. And there's something over here as well, something different. We've used the carousel. Let's put a bouncy house in. How big is the bouncy house? Oh, it's not very big at all. Will that fit in here behind the police and fire? Not quite, because of that side road that I put in. Tempted to rip that piece of road out now. And just plonk it here on the corner. What else have we got? A botanical garden. Well, that's quite big. But that would be quite a good thing to have. A botanical garden. Oh, I'm actually going to rip up a section of commercial for that. I'm going to plonk that right here. If it'll let me. Oh, no. Don't have the width. It's going to have to go in one of these blocks here, so yeah, let's jump it here on the end. Nice botanical gardens. If we go back to our info views, let's have a look at our land values. You can see where it's low all around here in our industry, which is to be expected, and then it's gradually sort of improving around the edges of the city, and then we've got these nice spots here where it's actually getting quite high. That's our happiness rating, so I didn't need to do that. There, you can see our city happiness rating. Got one very miserable dude living there. Everyone else around there seems to be quite happy. Our businesses are pretty happy, which is good. A little bit of a grumble over here. They need a little bit more decoration, I think, and it's partly because of the noise there as well. So let's see if we can cheer them up with some kind of little mini park. We stick a dog park on the end here, just to give them something to not complain about. Yeah, that'll boost their happiness. Fantastic. So our city is really starting to expand and take shape, as you can see. We're slowly marching on towards our next set of unlocks. So I think this is a good place for us to kind of stop for today. And we'll take a moment. We'll let this city grow a little bit, and then we'll come back and we'll hopefully be able to start dropping in some nice little upgrades and get another tile and move our way through to a better designed starting city. So that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with another episode of City Skylines Mass Transit very soon.